What's happening? It's your man Big Tig doing big things. Y'all know what it is. ATL Hawks official DJ and Rap City forever. You're checking out the 3-Point Conversion Radio. You dig?
What can you tell us about those two guys? And they list PJ's injury as a foot injury. Can you elaborate and tell us how long he'll be out?
PJ's day to day. He is out, but we'll evaluate him, tomorrow during the day, and we'll see how he responds. Same thing with Terry. Terry got worked on again today. He's done a little bit of on the court work. He's going through that now, so we'll see how he responds. I don't have an answer on Terry. We'll know more tomorrow on that one. Same thing with PJ.
Let's go to Rick.
Hey, JB, considering the multiple things that PJ does for you, what are you thinking as the roster currently sits as far as what your alternatives are to absorb his minutes?
Well, similar to what we did last night, when he went out. I mean, Miles will eat up a lot of those minutes. And then it's a combination of those smalls. It's Caleb. Cody Martin could enter the equation for a few minutes. But that's, there's no other big guy there. We're just going to go with that group, and we've been playing that way anyway. So similar to what you saw last night. So it'll be Miles probably, a few more minutes, and then we'll find minutes for Caleb, Cody Martin, and that's where we're at.
What about Biz?
Well, Biz could be in the rotation. I mean, we're going to need, with Embiid tomorrow night, Biz absolutely could be in the rotation. No question.
Is there any thought to bringing Jalen McDaniels back from the bubble in regard to PJ's injury?
I have not. Let's see what it looks like tomorrow. We obviously have that option. But Rick, I feel comfortable with this group right now. I think we can absorb it. We've been playing small anyway, as you've seen. I mean, we got Caleb and Gordon out there playing the 3 and the 4, so I'm comfortable there. But tomorrow night we could see Biz in some action because of Embiid and his size and physicality. And he could get you in foul trouble in the first 2 minutes of the game. So we got to be ready there. But I feel comfortable with the other group to absorb PJ's minutes in playing smaller. Thank you.
Sam and then Danny.
Hey, GB, hope you're doing well. Kind of touching on what just discussing about playing a little bit small. I know this Philadelphia 76ers team has been kind of a really challenging team the last couple of years for this team. Are you excited to see how this group responds like they've been responding the last, 2 or 3 games, losing guys mid-game, finding ways to win in the fourth quarter? Are you excited at least to see how they can respond against an opponent like this, knowing PJ won't be playing, potentially Terry as well?
Yeah, I mean, overall, this team excites me. Every game's its new challenge, and tomorrow's another great challenge for us. Obviously, we got to get over the hump on them, and Embiid's a big part of that. We got to find ways to limit him and score as well, scoring against his team. So I love the challenge tomorrow night. I love it. I think it's great for our guys. I loved it last night. Nobody hung their heads. Terry was out. We had down 2 starters. It was like, this is just who we are. We just keep rolling. There's no back down in this group. Nobody's dropping the sword. Everybody's moving forward. Next man up. And everybody's stepping up right now. That's the expectation around here. Everybody do your job and be held accountable to it. If somebody's not ready to go, or they're hurt, they're injured, next man up. And that's our mentality right now. Thank you.
Go to Danny and then back to Rick.
Coach Danny Thompson with the 3-point conversion. You have been around either coaching or being a part of assistant of many different types of teams. We go back from San Antonio. I remember you coached in Orlando for a while, even in New Orleans. This team has a set of youth that just seems to be infectious. Of all the teams you coach, how does this type of group's young energy feed off on you? Does it give you more energy to push forward? Does it help you through those tough times? Or how can you compare that to where other places you've coached at before?
Yeah, it's a good question. I've been on veteran teams. I've been on young teams, as you said, and there's challenges in both. there's beauty in both. I love this team though. And they inspire me. I feel sometimes they make me feel old, sometimes they make me feel young, but I love it. They inspire me. I get up every morning thrilled to coach this group. They got an energy, a spirit about them. I love being around. I love coaching them. I love engaging with them. I love teaching them. I love listening to them. It's a very young, hungry group. And more than anything, they like each other. That's the biggest thing. I don't know if they like me, but they like each other for sure. So I've really enjoyed this group. I don't want to speak to the other teams I've been a part of. I've been a part of some young teams, and it was challenging. I can't say that all those teams liked each other or they had the same spirit of this group. This is probably the best spirited young group I've been a part of. High character guys want to get better. They're about the team, and it's tough in today's game. It's such a me-driven mentality in our league, and for a number of reasons I don't want to get into, but this group really cares about each other. So to me, I'm just inspired by them every day. I come to work and I want to get better.
Let's go back to Rick.
Hey, last night, Malik said something that I found really interesting. I wanted to bounce off you. He said that part of growing up for him has been not taking it personally when he doesn't play. He said, he really needed to make peace with the idea that, when you choose not to play him, it's for no other reason than, in your opinion, you're trying to figure out the best way to win a ball game. When somebody starts, looking at these things more objectively, as opposed to seeing, them as some sort of value judgment on them, is it your experience, is that a significant step, I guess, is what I'm asking, as far as him figuring it out?
Yeah, absolutely, Rick. I think that's a big step. I think a lot of players, I'm not saying Malik, but a lot of players in general, they come in with it's kind of a me first, it's more of a me first mentality. It's my world, my way. And I'm not saying this is happening with Malik. I think just young players in general, when you come out of college for after 1 year, it's about me. They've been the best player on every team they've been. And it's a challenge for all the young guys, not just Malik. It's every young player that enters this league, is how do I fit into a system? How do I buy into a team? And how do I get over myself? And Coach Pop used to say this to us a lot, is you got to walk through these doors and get over yourself and be a part of this group. And that's a challenge in today's game, for sure, in all the social media and everything that these young players are hearing. But Rick, that's a significant step for him. Your question is a valid one. I mean, he's taken a very mature approach. I do believe he has turned the corner in that area, that he really wants to be a part of something, and he's taken responsibility for his development, his actions. And to me, that's the major step right there, is the accountability and the responsibility he's taken for his career and his life. And there's no greater joy than I see in a player like this, that he gets it now. He understands it, and he's not going to let it go. And I do believe that he's got his hands wrapped around this. He wants to stick and he wants to make it work, and he's figured out how to